Hey, my name is Jonathan Christian, and I have a company called We Make Stuff Happen. And today I'm doing right that because I'm speaking at an event in Seattle. Otherwise, I'd be sitting on this bar stool right now next to these other people chatting to you. And I want to tell you about my experience with Anne Dickinson. Where to start? I've known Anne for about 4 years. And truthfully, for the first 2 years, I kind of avoided her. And I'll tell you why. Not that she did anything wrong. Every year when I've been in business all my life, but I've had my own business for 15 years. In the last 10, my business has really started to ramp up. We're a social media digital marketing agency. We do a lot of stuff. And we do a lot of turnover and have some pretty high ticket sales. And I guess the thing that I'm embarrassed about the most is that even though I'm a numbers guy, I hate numbers. And whenever I go to see my accountant at the end of the year, it's kind of like going to see the headmaster at school. It's like, I don't know why they called me here and I may have done something wrong, but I'll just assume that I have. And don't you feel like that's the way with numbers? They're a necessary evil, but a business lives and dies on its numbers. And for the longest time, I had this three-way equation. How much money's in the bank? How much do I owe? How much am I owed? Oh, I'm okay. But then you get to month end and you just think, oh crap, do I have enough to pay the bills? Do I have enough coming in for payroll? And you just get this angst. And even though I can wrap my brain around pretty complex stuff, cash flow forecasting, never been able to do. Just too many things in my world that contribute to that I suck at. So anyway, after about 3 years, Anne and I had breakfast and I relented and said, Anne, we've grown to a 7-figure business. I'm spending a lot of money every single month. Truthfully, I don't know if it's money well spent. I don't know if I should keep growing at the rate that I am growing. Should I consolidate? Should I scale back? I don't have the answer to that. And I think you could help me come to that answer. So we started working together and we spent 6 months. 6 months analyzing my business and getting to understand how I do 7 figures, where that money comes from, where that money goes. And cash flow forecast was a big part of it. And my goodness, I'm so grateful that I have that one piece. That was worth the price of admission, honestly. But what she started to do was she started to look at my receivables and she'd call me up saying, how come this guy's 90 days? Well, no, there's no well. Get the money in the bank, my friend. Okay. And I did. I got like 30 grand in receivables in within a week for her kicking my ass. Sometimes you need that kick in the butt, right? Here's another thing that happened with Anne and I. She started answering like awkward questions like, how come this client pays this and this client pays that? And then I went, oh, because they've been with me a long time and such and such. And she went, aren't you doing the same service? I went, well, yeah. So why are you charging the same price? And you know these things, you just don't do them because someone has to ask the awkward questions. And I can tell you, Anne is really good at asking the awkward questions, but at the same time, in a fun, dry sense of humor, loving way, which is what I really like about working with Anne. So after our 6 months was done, I knew where our business was. It was totally worth the price of investment just for the cash flow, as I said to you. But I really felt that I was starting to get the business in a direction that was more manageable. I knew which areas of growth I should be concentrating on. I knew where I needed to pull the stick a little bit back and a couple of other shiny squirrel objects that had come my way. So now we work together every single month. I have on retainer. We meet twice a month. We go through my figures. My bookkeeper sends Anne my figures. She has direct access to my books. And she analyzes it and talks to me and, again, brings the most incredible sage advice. And I never got this from my bookkeeper. And I thought, why do I need a bookkeeper and a profit consultant, for want of a better word? Because bookkeepers just do books. They just put the numbers in and they give you a report. They don't analyze. They don't give you advice as to around what's the right way to go. They just do what they're told to do. Anne's not a bookkeeper. She's a profit analysis consultant, whatever you want to look at it. She gets numbers and she gets profit. And my wife and I, Debbie, are so much happier having invested in Anne's services than we've ever been. I actually enjoy the numbers now. We're actually creating these charts every single month with 5 different cost centers of what we sell. And I look at the percentage for the very first time, even just last week. I shared those numbers with our team and gave kudos to the people that generate those numbers. And, when you're doing over 6 figures a month, it's blowing my brain. I feel like a grown-up. And for those of you that know me, I hate feeling like I have to grow up. I just want to be this Peter Pan kind of guy who just goes out and says, yeah, you can do it. And I do. And that's the fun thing about working with Anne is she encourages that. She encourages that entrepreneurial spirit. And that's a fun bit about working with her too. So you get the wisdom, you get the dry sense of humor, you get the fun, you get the kick in the butt that we all need and don't want, but have to get, right? Here's the other great thing that Anne and I did was when we were analyzing our business, she asked me a very valid question. She said, why don't you do this for more people? And I said, well, because most of the clients get an exclusivity with us so that we'll only do their social media marketing for them in their sector. And she said, okay, what about people out of province? What about people out of country? I went, yeah, what about them? She said, well, you've learned the keywords, you've learned the strategy, you've got the proven success. Wouldn't it be a smart idea to look for people beyond the boundary so they do not conflict with your current clients and try and recycle that information? And it's like, do you think? So we're doing that right now. We're actively looking for clients in the US and Eastern Canada who do not conflict with the clients that we have in Western Canada. And that is probably how we're going to go for another 7 figures. And it's going to be an easier 7 figures because it's washing, rinsing, and repeating what we already did. So, my friends, sorry I couldn't be there. I hope this kind of gives you an insight from my perspective about working with wherever she is on this video. Anne as it is, but I love her. I mean, genuinely love this chick. She is fun, she is sassy, she is smart, and if you get a chance to work with Anne one-on-one, I mean, you'll have probably learned a ton in this 2-day workshop. I wish I'd have been there because I'm sure I would have learned too, but speaking is what I do, and speaking is what I'm at right now. But if you get a chance to work with her one-on-one, explore that possibility. Have that time with Anne for her to analyze your books, and I can guarantee you, you will get your money back. I mean, I got my money back within 1 day of just getting my receivables back in the bank, and they'd been sitting there for over 90 days. And there was no reason why I couldn't have done that. I just needed that kick in the butt. And that was just the beginning. So my advice to you is this lady, wherever you are at, gets it. And if you want to get it too, and you want your business to grow in a measured fashion, with confidence and with ease so that you know how to grow and you feel comfortable that you can make those decisions without a wing and a prayer, then she's your guy, whatever that means. She's the man, she's the woman, she is, Anne is what you need. And I have had no payment to make this. This is purely from me to her, just to sort of say, and for her to you in this meeting here, that I'm a very, very happy client. If you want to find me on social media, you sure can. We make stuff happen, and I'll tell you the same thing. But yeah, thanks so much for listening. That is my video for Anne, and go do it. Bye for now.